YouTube. This is Up Your Alley, aka Allie Mason, coming at you live with a dark lip and gold eye makeup tutorial. If you'd like to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching and don't forget to subscribe. So we're going to start off with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance 24-Hour Wear Eyeshadow Primer, and you're going to apply it using a concealer brush. I'm using a MAC 175 concealer brush, and I'm going to put about 1 to 2 drops for each eye since a little bit goes a long way with this product. You want to make sure you don't have too much residue on your lids because your eyeshadow will not turn out bright. And we're going to make sure you put that onto your lids and up to your brow bone. I'm using my fingers, but you can use a beauty blender to achieve this effect. Then we're going to get started on our eyeshadow using the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette in the shade White Peach. It's a kind of like an off-white color that you're going to be using, and you want to pack that onto your lid and up to your brow bone to highlight those brows and give something for the glitter that we're going to put on in this video, something to sit on top of. So yeah, you just want to make sure you use an eyeshadow brush. The number for that will be in the description box below. And then we're going to use the shade Combust in the Naked Smokey Eye Palette by Urban Decay. It's kind of like a beige color. And we're going to apply that into the crease and the outer corner to give our eyes some definition. And that is also a MAC brush. I will put the number for that in the description box below. Yeah, you just want to make sure you keep blending it out. Blend, blend, blend. Then you're going to go in with the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette again, and you're going to use the shade Puree, and it's kind of like a orange tan color. And you want to make sure you don't put on too much because it is very dark when you put it on at first, and you want to make sure you concentrate that into the outer corner and blend it outward so it's not too harsh of a line. And we're going to do the same thing for the other eye. Duh. We're going to blend, 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 blend. This video is basically me blending the entire time. Then we're going to use the Naked Urban Decay Smokey Eye Palette in the shade Whiskey. This is a dark brown, and we're going to pick that up with our blending brush that we've been using with the past other shades. And you want to concentrate that into your outer corner. Since this is a dark brown, you want to make sure you don't pack that into your crease too much, especially if you have deep set eyes like I do. You don't want too much contrast. So then we're going to start with wing liner. You're going to want to start in your inner corner and work outward and do a slanted upward line like so, and then kind of meet it in the middle and fill it in like a triangle stencil kind of thing. I don't know, it's the only word I could think of. Yeah. I didn't film the other eye because my phone had died and ran out of storage, unfortunately. So next time, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I use the Wet n Wild Liquid Eyeliner pot in the shade Black. Then we're going to start with the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara in the shade Blackest Black. I got this from the drugstore, and this has a really narrow wand, so you want to make sure that you kind of do a sweeping motion with your eyelashes so that you can get each and every one individually, which is why I love this mascara. I usually use it before I put my falsies on, but it does give your eyelashes that separated, voluminous look. Yeah, you just want to make sure you carefully apply it and as to not get it onto your eyeshadow. We're going to do the same thing for the other eyelashes. And you want to make sure you don't forget your lower lash line because this does give a separated effect, and you kind of want to separate out your lower eyelashes. Since I don't really have very many lower eyelashes and they're kind of short, so I just want to make sure I define those. for the falsies, I'm using the Ardell Natural Lashes in a multi-pack. You can pick these up from any drugstore or Ulta in your area. And I'm using some eyebrow tweezers and some Duo lash glue. I'm using the green brand since I am allergic to the blue one for whatever reason. And we're going to apply that to the lash strip and hold the lashes using the tweezers. You want to make sure that the glue gets kind of sticky before you apply, just so it's easier to put on these falsies. You also want to make sure you kind of bend the eyelashes. I'm not doing it in this clip, but in a few seconds I will be, and kind of waving it around to make sure the glue gets kind of tacky or sticky, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And then we're going to start the application. I like to hold my lashes kind of in the middle with my tweezers to make it easier to apply. And we're applying that to my eye. We want to make sure that it kind of gets a chance to get sticky onto the lash line. And since the inner corner will not stick for whatever reason, I have to go in with my fingers, but you can use tweezers if you'd rather not use your fingers. But yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why my lashes always give me trouble on this particular eye. I don't know. It always seems to happen. And then, yep, we're going to press in the lashes again since they do not want to cooperate. Add it again. Won't stick. I don't know why. Put plenty of glue on there, but yep, just keep making sure that everything is even and pressed in so that it can stick onto your lash line. Putting on lashes is not my strong suit, you guys, so I apologize. Yep, probably should have edited this part out. Alright, finally is looking good on that side. Oh, or not. Yeah, I just have to keep pressing it down. Pulling it apart and pressing it down so it'll cooperate with me. Does anybody else have this issue with lashes? If so, comment below. And then we're going to use the other eyelash and we're going to apply glue using that same Duo green label. I found out that that stuff is actually hypoallergenic, so if you have super sensitive skin like me, this would be your best bet with putting on falsies. The blue one, like I said, I'm allergic to, and I found this out over the years, so it's really important to find something that works for you. Yeah, you just want to keep applying the glue onto the lash strip and kind of bend it so that it kind of is easier to apply. I put this on, I did that before I started filming. And yeah, you just want to make sure you apply that using tweezers, and sometimes I like to use my fingers just to press down everything and make sure it's even. And of course, for some reason, this eyelash is cooperating with me and is not as difficult to put on as the other ones were. Yep. Everything is looking good so far, and we're drying off the lashes. Yep, on fleek. And now we're going to get started on our face, and we're going to use this e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. I bought this stuff from the drugstore for like $3, and it's amazing, and I'm using this MAC primer and foundation brush. The number will be in the description box below. And we're going to apply that all over the face. This stuff is really good for dry skin, especially during this time of year. I've always had very dry skin, so this stuff kind of gives my skin a matte and flawless finish without it drying up too much, or, you know how it gets when you have dry skin. For all my ladies out there with dry skin. So yeah, you just want to make sure you apply it to areas like your hairline and near your ears and neck, since that's where the foundation will sit, and you don't want the foundation to move or budge for the whole day, and it kind of makes it go on easier. You can use a beauty blender, which I normally would use, but since I always lose my stuff, I don't know where it is, so yeah. course, right when I'm filming. And then we're going to go in with the CoverGirl TruBlend Foundation in the shade M3. This is probably one of my favorite drugstore brand foundations. And we're going to use that same brush, although you can use a beauty blender. I would normally use a beauty blender, but this brush will have to do for now since, yeah, I mentioned I lost my beauty blender. So yeah, you just want to make sure you apply that into your face and kind of buff it out, kind of get you a flawless finish. And you want to go into your neck and hairline and other areas. Make sure you blend, 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 because this stuff, although I love it, it is kind of difficult to blend with this brush. And a beauty blender will make your job a lot easier. But yeah, so as you can see, I'm applying kind of behind my ears and onto my jawline, you know, kind of perfecting it underneath my eyes so that we don't get any lines or wrinkles. And nobody likes having a floating orange head in comparison to the pale body. Yeah, since I am pretty pale right now, I'm not doing any self-tanners or anything, but I probably will for New Year's Eve. And if you'd like to see my self-tanning routine, let me know in the comments. Yeah, you just want to make sure you blend everything out. Too much blending is never a bad thing, so yeah. Then we're going to start with color correcting, or not. I guess we're just going to continue blending. But I will be color correcting some problem areas I have with dry skin with a NYX color correcting palette. And it's a cream palette, so this is great for combination skin or very dry skin. And yeah, you want to get that. Never mind, I don't know what I was just saying, but I am using the concealer brush that we've used before by MAC, number 175, and picking up that red shade. And by the way, this is for light skin tones. I believe they have medium and dark, and you can also get that from the drugstore. It's by NYX. I'm using the red color to cancel out my dark circles, and we're going to apply that using the concealer brush. And this stuff, you want to make sure you blend it as much as you can because it can be at times difficult to blend. Then we're going to pick up this yellow shade and to cancel out redness around my nose, which I get a lot since I have dry skin. And we're going to put that into the center of my forehead since I do get redness there too. And then we're going to use that same primer and foundation brush by MAC, and we're going to blend this out, although you can, like I said, use a beauty blender. But we all know what happened to my beauty blender. So you want to make sure you buff that out and blend it as much as you can since this stuff is very thick and can be difficult to blend. And I'm using my fingers to get a more precise application to make sure that I don't get any creases or wrinkles underneath my eyes. And we're going to do the same thing with my forehead. And we're gonna blend, blend, blend. And blend some more. And blend. Blend, blend, blend. Yep. And as you can see, I need to get my roots done, which my hair appointment is in 2 days, thank God. Yep, we're gonna touch this up with my fingers, or you can use a beauty blender, as I've said before, to kind of get everything to even out. And we're getting my upper lip as well, because I do get some redness there too. And then for the next step is going to be the concealer. We're going to use the CoverGirl Clean brand. It's kind of like between a liquid and a cream. And so it's medium coverage, but I love it and it works really well with my sensitive skin. I paid $5 for this at the drugstore, and you can get it at Ulta as well. And I'm applying the concealer to areas where I will be putting my highlight. And we're going to apply that to my forehead, underneath the eyes, and onto my nose with the applicator. I prefer to use the applicator because it is easier to apply than using a concealer brush, as you can see. And then guess what brush we're going to use? The same damn one that we've been using the whole time. Yeah, so we're going to blend that out with the brush. Again, you can use the Beauty Blender. I sound like a broken record saying this. I just really miss my Beauty Blender, okay? Sorry. So yeah, we're going to keep blending everything out underneath the eyes especially, and kind of clean up that wing a little bit, since I do use concealer from time to time to do that if I make any mistakes with my wing liner. And I'm going to get my chin, since I do like to put some highlight up there too. Blend the forehead, kind of clean up the eyebrows. Again, I did my brows off camera, and if you'd like to see a tutorial, comment below on how I do my brows. So yeah, you just want to keep blending. I'm using my finger. Yep. And so next we're going to use some finishing powder by NYX HD, and I'm getting the invisible powder since they didn't have my skin tone. They were sold out, but we're going to use this Real Techniques big powder brush. I don't know what it's called, but I got it from Ulta, and I think it was like $10 or $12, and I got it a very long time ago. I don't think those brushes have numbers, but you want to make sure you blend that all over your entire face to set everything that we just put on. Foundation, color correcting, and the, what's it called? The concealer. And yep, I'm sorry, I am very pale this time of year, and the white powder probably is not helping. So yeah. Then we're going to use the Urban Decay Naked Illuminator Highlight in the shade Luminous. This shows up very well on fair skin tones such as mine. And we're using a brush that I got from my Ipsy Glam Bag subscription. The brand and the number of the brush will be in the description box below, since you can buy it from the certain brand as well. And we're going to apply the highlight onto underneath the eyes, onto the bridge of my nose, and on my forehead. And there is no such thing as too much highlighter, because, hey, I love looking like a glazed donut. Yep. And you want to put that onto your upper lip, where we're going to apply lipstick as well, and kind of bring attention to that area. And then we're going to keep putting on highlight, ODing on that highlight, so we can slay the game today. Yeah, I probably sound so stupid saying that, but whatever. Yep. We are going to look like a glazed donut. And then we're going to use the Becca Cosmetics blush in Flower Child. This is kind of a light pink with some shimmer in it. And we're using an IT Cosmetics blush brush number 227. I got this from Ulta. And you're going to want to apply that in an upward motion onto the apples of your cheeks. A little bit goes a long way with this product. You will end up looking like Bozo the Clown if you put too much on. Yeah, and then we're going to start contouring using the NYX contour palette. This is for all shades, I believe, and we're going to use the Toffee Caramel color, since right now I am extremely pale, and this is the one that's not too harsh on my skin tone. And you want to make sure you start kind of towards your ear and work your way downward, because it's easier to blend that way. And again, I'm also using a contour brush that I got from my Ipsy Glam Bag subscription, and we're going to apply the contour onto our hairline, jawline, and the sides of our nose to kind of make the nose look smaller and get more definition with my cheekbones and jaw, and yeah. So you just want to make sure you blend that as much as you can, because sometimes these contour shades can show up a little bit too dark. I'm sure you can tell by now that I love NYX. This is probably one of my favorite brands. Yep, sorry, I picked my nose there. Oops, probably should have edited that. And then now we're going to start with the final step with the Stila liquid lipstick in Chianti. This is a really pretty purpley tone that we're going to use, and I don't even need lip liner for this step, because, you know, liquid lipsticks do the job. And you want to make sure you line your upper lip too, kind of like into your Cupid's bow, and apply in your inner lip as well, so that it doesn't smudge. I have tried this liquid lipstick all day. It lasts all day. It does not budge. And for you coffee drinkers out there like me, especially if you drink out of a straw for iced coffee, this stuff does not move. It is amazing, no joke. please get your hands on one. I got it from Ulta, but you can go to Sephora if you prefer. And yeah, we're gonna let my hair down and we're all done. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I hope you all enjoyed this look I came up with. If you like this look, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time.